Hey everybody, happy Friday. I was actually gonna wait until I got home to go live, but situation the situation is I have some free time right now, so I want to talk a little bit about people playing with magic. Okay, and I say all of this with love. I say all of this with love. Now, some of my friends, some of my clients, um folks, period, people, have come to me about different situations and things like that. And then I'll ask, I'll they're coming to me for advice, right? Which is, what I do. And I'll dig deeper into the situation and the circumstances, and I find it's like one or two things. Either they playing with their magic, or they not going hard enough, which is essentially playing. I have a class coming up next Friday, and it's called New Reality, and it's to shift your reality, because I'm about to tell y'all right now, I know there are people who have started their spiritual journey and, have been delving into ancient African spiritual practices and are doing things in a sovereign way. They don't have a godparent to guide them, or they've been getting all the information off YouTube or whatever, and they don't have proper elders to teach them how to do some of this stuff, which I understand. I'm thankful that I had bomb elders teach me stuff. But there are people who don't have that information, and they're trying to execute things, and things are not really working the way they're supposed to work. So one of the most important things with doing this kind of work, if you choose to do that, if you choose to work with African spirituality, or you want to be a manifester or whatever, like, one of the first parts is you have to be serious about it. You can't really be like it's not a game. You're not playing with it. If you're really trying to manifest a house or whatever, I'll use that as an example, that's not a game. That's not, you're not playing Monopoly. It's not a game. This is serious. There's going to be, these folks going to run your credit. There's going to be paperwork involved. There's all kind of things that you need to get in order. And you have to be just as serious about that process as the work you're doing spiritually about it. So you can't be fooling with folks who are doing irresponsible things with their finances because you're trying to get your finances in order. You can't be skipping out on the homeowners class. You know what I mean? You don't have time for that, but you also can't be skipping your work at home, like your spiritual work that you're doing. If you are going to go to Papa and ask him to open your roads, you need to get that man his stuff. Like, you don't be playing, and then you wondering why the roads are closed now and the doors are closing. Like, don't be playing with him. Just like you shouldn't be playing if you're not using, a deity to help you. You need to not be playing with your personal manifestations, as I was just talking about, the things that you're personally doing. And then you need to be in alignment with the stuff you're doing. If you do want to call in a deity to help you, you want to call in, St. Anthony, you want to call in Jesus, you want to call in, Martha the Dominator, you want to call it, like, stop playing with all of them. Now, I don't deal with every deity or whatever like that. I have ones that I deal with, and I did say Jesus for a reason, because y'all keep acting like Jesus is so much different from working with Ganesha, but whatever. You just can't be playing with this stuff. Do what you're supposed to do. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. You have to be serious about your spiritual life and how you're going about it. Another things that folks be doing is they don't be doing no protections. Y'all don't be doing no protection work. Now, I say this with love because I used to not do it. And then folks was attacking me. And I was sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. It's because I wasn't doing protection work. You have to do protection work. And if you don't know how to be doing protection work, you shouldn't be doing any type of work. At all. Period. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about career. I'm talking about getting a new boo. I'm talking about getting a new car. You shouldn't be doing any type of work if you don't know how to do protection. Period. Point blank. End of story. Period. So those are the things that I'm seeing with people who claim that they, oh, I practice this, or I do that, or I'm interested in becoming a this, and I'm doing that. Are you serious about your work? You are not serious about your work if you are ignoring your ancestors, meaning you don't have a space for them, meaning their water ain't been changed in 4 days, meaning they don't have any light, meaning you don't even check and see what it is that they need. You're playing. And to be really real, you shouldn't even be going to these other spirits if you don't have a connection with your ancestors in the first place. That's like stage 1. That's like the ground floor. So if you don't have a space for them, but you can't be saying that you practice something and you're not doing the things to operate in that realm. You know what I'm saying? You very rarely hear people say that they are Christian and they don't go to church, even if it's virtual church. You very rarely hear somebody say that they're Muslim and they don't go to the mosque. Okay? So if you're serious about your path, there is work involved. If you want to practice, whether you want to be a sovereign being, you want to say you do hoodoo, you want to say you do this, you want to say you do that, you want to say you a voodoo man, you want to say whatever it is that you want to do. I ain't here to judge you. As long as you ain't out here harming, babies and children and unjustly, doing stuff. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care if you call yourself the billboard man and you create a religion out of billboards. I really don't care what the hell you do. However, you have to be serious about your path. Even if you say, I'm agnostic, I don't believe in anything, I believe in myself. Okay, well, if you want to manifest a job, you can't not put in an application. You can't not know where you want to work or what you want to do. Now, have I manifested something and I didn't even really do the traditional steps involved to manifest that thing? I have had people call me. When I lived on my Jupiter line, which I'll talk about a little bit about astro location a little bit in my manifestation class. When I lived on my Jupiter line, somebody called me and offered me a job, which that's probably the only time that's ever happened to me in my life. But I was very intent and serious about, I'm not even going to worry about the fact that I just quit this other job or I fired from this other job. I don't even remember what happened with the job, but something happened with the job prior. And I was like, I'm not even going to worry about this. I'm dealing with this issue right now because I was actually dealing with something else. And I was like, somebody's just going to call me and give me a job in the next 21 days. But I really believe that, here with my chest, I believe that. And somebody called me and was like, girl, I'm about to quit this job because I'm about to go do this. Would you like to take this job? Would you be interested in this? I can tell my manager that you'll come in. They just said they want somebody with a degree. I know you got a degree. Now I got to edit the damn video. Okay, so so you have to be serious about that. So you don't have to, I'm not here to teach you to follow a particular path at all. But if you're going to be manifesting things, if you're going to be using intention, whether that be with candles, with herbs, with your mouth, with other tools to manifest a new reality for yourself, which is the name of the class. Again, it's next Friday. If you want a new reality for yourself, you cannot stay in the same situation. It's like, if you want to, okay, so you want to get promoted at your job, right? You're a teacher, but you want to be the principal. That's what you want to do. You want to be the principal. You have to do things to become a principal. You can't stay doing the same things. Usually you need a master's degree, and some other stuff. But you cannot stay in that same space. And that's how it is with everything. You have to shift out of what you have been doing. Also, one of the things I'm going to teach in the class is that there are certain ancient techniques that you can use to garner certain results. Look, I'm going to tell y'all. Some of these people talking about I manifested. They didn't tell you that they burned something. They didn't tell you that they printed out a particular, I'm not going to call it what it is, but they printed something out. They printed something out and they used that thing to help them manifest, or they're wearing something around their neck to help them manifest a particular outcome. And that's how they went from nobody knowing them to getting a record deal in 3 months. They ain't going to tell you all that. Some of these people were just telling you, some of these folks is just, they keeping it fluffy. Do not hit my car, bro. Okay. They keeping it fluffy. I'm not going to do fluffy next Friday, so if you don't want fluffy, I will leave the link in the description or in the comments for those of you who are watching this on Facebook. But, yeah. Stop playing with y'all's manifestations. Like, stop playing with it. If you need help doing something, you don't know how to manifest something, you need to be in class, please, ma'am, sir. The class is for you, okay? I myself, I have manifested apartments. I have manifested jobs. I have manifested children. I have manifested friends. I have manifested situations and circumstances through my particular practices. And the thing is, I don't use the same practice every single time. You see what I'm saying? There's certain things that I'll do for certain outcomes. So I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to be teaching that to you, so that you can get a grip on your stuff, and how I do stuff may not be the way you do stuff, but I'm here to teach techniques that are going to create change, that are going to create very real, serious change. Sometimes it's overnight, sometimes it's not, but you will see a shift and you will see a change. So just to briefly recap, the things that I notice with people who be playing with their magic is they don't seriously take the steps that they need to manifest what it is that they're wanting to do. They burn one candle, they say one prayer, they do one chant, and then they wondering why stuff hasn't moved. There are particular numbers of times you should do things to get a particular outcome, and there are different numbers that correspond with different situations. Like, it's a lot of stuff. And then y'all know I do astrology. Some of y'all be doing stuff in the wrong season, literally. Y'all talk about, Gemini season, Taurus season, Sagittarius season. Some of those seasons, depending on your natal chart, are not the time to do things, and that's why it's not working. You know what I'm saying? But that will require you to know what's going on with your natal chart. So we are going to go over astrology in the class for you to at least have a grip on that. And then the other thing that I noticed, again, I'm recapping, the other thing that I noticed why people don't be manifesting stuff is y'all don't be doing protection work. That is serious, especially when you're doing things and you're trying to manifest things. You're trying to manifest stuff and you're trying to shift things. You're trying to call in a mate. You're trying to call in a husband. I said mate, husband, whatever. You're trying to call in a car. You're trying to call in a new job. You're trying to call in a new mindset. You're trying to call in all these different things. And, stuff is just not working out for you. And you're wondering why. And it's because You told your hating ass auntie about it. That could be a form of protection. Not saying stuff, but you can also, there are other techniques that you can use to protect yourself, to protect your money, to protect your home, to protect your children, to protect your car. Child, I got a car protection ritual that's out of this world. It's out of this world. But you have to do those things in order to, and the thing is, sometimes folks, you know, they want to do stuff at the last minute. You know, you supposed to protect stuff immediately. Sometimes, you know, not saying you can't do damage control, because you can. But hell, who want to be in a situation where everything's upside down, everything's topsy-turvy? You know, you don't necessarily want to be in that situation. So again, people not sticking to their manifestations and being committed. There's a level of commitment. That's the word I want to use. Those are the two things that I see that really mess people's manifestations up, is not being committed to their manifestation, and also not doing specific protections so that their manifestation will come to pass. So again, I have a class. It's called New Reality. It is going to be next Friday, June 24th. It is an online class. I have open space. I have open space for the class. But as that space closes, I'm not going to receive more people, because I want to be able to give full attention to everybody in the class. And I know at the end of class, folks be having questions, and I want to be able to answer everybody's questions, and, you know, be fully engaged in the course and give all of the attention and education that I'm here to give. So I can't let 100 folks in the class. I can't let 50 folks in the class. I can't let 30 folks in the class. So it's going to be limited. Once it says sold out on the site, that's going to be it. And it is also on sale right now, and the sale will go off tomorrow. There will be a Juneteenth sale, but you're not going to get it at the price that it is right now. I'll just say that. It's still going to be, you know, there will be a discount, but it's not going to be how much it is right now. So get in where you fit in. We are going to cover money. So if that's a concern for you, you should probably be in the class, because we talking about manifesting money. We talking about manifesting churn. That means children, for those of you who aren't country. We're talking about manifesting mates. We're talking about, you know, different tools and tactics that the average person is not going to tell you. Again, you know, I have a godparent in the Orisha tradition. They're not going to teach me something from a ancient Sumerian perspective, because that's not their practice. Not saying they don't know that, but that's not their practice. But the thing is, the cool thing about this class is we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different stuff, different practices, different from different faiths. So you're not going to be strictly bound to learning about one particular thing, because your gracious host here knows about different practices and different things. I used to wonder why I went through so many different, I learned about so many different practices as I was going along, but I realized that it helped me to make my manifestations more multifaceted and to attract things in a different way, because some of these things are just more specific. There are certain things, there's certain faiths that have very effective practices in manifesting mates. There are certain practices that have or religions and faiths that have very specific practices in manifesting wealth, and they're very helpful for that. You know, I'll tell y'all, like, as an example, I know Kabbalism, I don't practice that religion. However, I do know that Jewish people are very wealthy. I do know that they have a that's what they're known for. So if you are a sovereign being and you are not a part of a particular religion, would it really hurt to learn some Kabbalistic practices, Jewish practices, so that you can manifest money? It would make sense to do so. So I just wanted to share that with you all and give you guys a little a little help with manifesting, commit and do your protection work. You will see a shift with that alone. So visit me at glamalchemy.com/shop. I'll also put the link in the description so that you can sign up. As I said, space is limited. Thank you guys for rocking with me today, and I will see